Today we'll be reacting to the worst contracts in the NFL right now. Okay, Bleacher Report has put out an article ranking the 10 worst contracts in the NFL ahead of the 2025 season. Now, if you're a sweaty, if you're like a casual football fan, a casual NFL fan, you don't really like care about contracts, or you're not worried about contracts, but contracts are very, very important. If you're good, you will get a massive contract, but if you fall off, you will still have that same contract. So then the contract looks absolutely atrocious. Or sometimes you're good and you want to help your team out and you sign, a lower contract to help your team out, be able to sign more players, et cetera, et cetera. That's what Tom Brady did literally his entire career. And that's a big reason why he's had so much success, because he was very selfless and didn't really care about his contract, because obviously he'd make money elsewhere. Bro's literally streaming with speed nowadays. All right, but anyway, ranking the 10 worst contracts. Contracts are such an important piece to the NFL, and we're starting off with Kirk Cousins. Now, this is a prime example. Kirk Cousins, honestly, he never really was a good, like a player with a good contract. He always had a crazy contract, and he always had the question mark of, was he even worth that contract, even when he was in Minnesota. But when he tore his ACL in Minnesota and he was a free agent, Atlanta gave that man a 4-year, $180 million contract with $100 million being guaranteed and a no trade clause. That's insane, bro. Off a torn Achilles, I think I said torn ACL. Torn Achilles, bro. That's actually insane. I don't know what Atlanta was cooking. I'm grateful though. As a Saints fan, I'm grateful, bro. I'm grateful they're brain dead, because I don't know what that was. And not only did they give that man a nasty contract, they literally drafted Michael Penix the same offseason. They drafted him 8th overall. So like, bro, Atlanta, what were you cooking, dog? Seriously, what were you cooking? So now he's a $40 million backup, and he can't be traded unless he wants to be traded. That's actually so sad. Wow, that's bad. Okay, well, the Panthers are on here twice, one of them being Robert Hunt, and I don't really know, like, he's a 5-year, $100 million deal during last year. That's actually crazy. Wasn't this the dude on the Dolphins who had that, the touchdown that was called back, like the meme where like he dove into the end zone? Wasn't that him? I believe that was him. So I mean, he was pretty. Yeah, he was still good, I believe, and that's why I guess that's why Carolina paid him. But look at that, man. This is why the NFC South is so poverty, because you got the Panthers and the Falcons on this list, the first two teams on this list, just handing out contracts like it's candy, bro. Like they don't even care. They don't even care about their money at all. They're just throwing out massive deals for no reason. Okay, well, he did make the Pro Bowl last season, so I mean, he's tied 4th among guards in annual salary. I mean, he made the Pro Bowl, so like, is it really a bad contract? I don't really know a whole lot about Robert Hunt to really, distinguish that, but Trayvon Moehrig is another Carolina Panther, and they signed him to a 3-year, $51 million deal, and he's 26-year-old starter for the Las Vegas Raiders. He is still only 26, so I guess there is still some upside there, but I mean, they made him the 6th highest paid safety. That's actually insane. That they gave him more guaranteed money than all but 4 safety. That's actually insane, bro. Okay, that part's crazy. Making him the 6th highest paid safety, bro. Trayvon Moehrig is not a top 6 safety, let alone getting top 4 safety money and guaranteed money at that. Carolina, I don't know what we're doing over there. I mean, we're just handing out contracts like it's nothing. I get we still have a quarterback on a rookie deal, but like, what are we doing, brother? Like, let's put this money elsewhere. Like, you really don't have to. As a Saints fan, bro, keep doing it. Keep doing what you're doing. As a Saints fan, keep doing it. Oh, so those are just the honorable mentions. Oh, God. Oh, okay. All right. Here it is. Another NFC South team. We are already 3 out of the top 3 teams. The first 3 teams were all NFC South teams. This is why we are so poverty. This is why... Yeah, this is bad. This is why this division's so poverty. I didn't understand why we gave Chase Young this crazy deal. I really didn't. I have no clue. I can't back this up. I can't. Especially when we need to get rid of so much we need to get rid of so much cap space, because yeah, no, this is 17 mil per season for Chase Young, bro. Which actually isn't horrible, like considering how like not good the Saints are. Like 7.5 sacks in that system is actually pretty impressive in my opinion, but still paying him that much for that production's that's not it, bro. That's not it. Like it was a prove it deal last year, and that was cool. Oh wait, I take that back. He had 5.5 sacks last year, not 7.5. Okay, well actually that makes it even worse now. I thought he had at least like 7 last year. 5.5. I mean, still, bro. I mean, either way, it's not good. Like, even if he had 7.5, either way, the contract's not good. I was trying to cope. 5.5's even worse. Yeah, top 20 edge money to a player like Chase Young in 2025. In the big 2025, man, that's just not it. L'Jarius Sneed comes in at number 9. 4 years, 76 mil. Honestly, I mean, I don't hate that. Like, 51 million guaranteed is kind of crazy, but like, come on. I don't hate that at all, especially the Tennessee Titans. They're desperate. They're poverty. They need to start overpaying a little bit, you know. So I don't hate that at all. I totally get where they're coming from. I guess last year he didn't have a good year. He stopped playing after 5 games. He got hurt, and okay, that's bad. Like, you really can't control that though. Like an injury, you really can't control that. Hindsight 2020, but still, bro, like an injury's an injury. I don't hate that contract. They can still cut him in 2026 and save 12 mil in cap if they need to. All right, this is a bad contract. Bradley Chubb, bro, I don't know what this dude's been up to. Like, he was like the 5th overall pick in like 2019, and yeah, he just never lived up to it. Never lived up to it. They traded a first rounder for him too, I believe. So that's even crazier. They extended him after trading for him. 5 years, 110 mil. That's actually disgusting. That is so disgusting. And apparently had an injury history even before that deal. I did not know that, but even if he was like as healthy as could be, bro, that's still such a bad contract. Like, bro, giving Bradley Chubb that amount of money, like, bro, this isn't Von Miller, bro. This is not Von Miller. That's actually disgusting. He missed the entire 2024 season after tearing his ACL, meniscus, and oh my God, he like tore everything in his body. Good God. I mean, he had 11 sacks in 2023, but like, come on. I don't rate Bradley Chubb that high, bro. I don't think he's that good. Now, this is a bad one. Brandon Ayuk. This is a very bad one. 4 years, 120 mil. You know what? He was beefing all last offseason because he didn't get his contract. He was trying to get his money. He ended up getting it, and he tore his ACL, unfortunately, for the 49ers. You know, good for him is that he signed his contract before that injury. So could have been way worse for him, but it said he got his money before that with 76 mil guaranteed. The 49ers were pressured into offering it by Ayuk's offseason holdout and trade request. Dude, I remember that trade request, bro. Like, people were saying he might go to the Commanders with Jaden Daniels. That would have been sick. They would have been even better probably if he hadn't torn his ACL. But he was good, bro. He had 1,300 yards this season before. He was chilling. And then the injury happened and all the beef happened, and yeah. Hopefully he can shake back, though. He's a good ball player. Always balled out for me in fantasy. Number 6 is J.C. Horn. Okay, this is interesting because J.C. Horn's probably the best player on this list so far. And I believe he got top cornerback money. He was the highest paid cornerback in the league at one point. He ranks 2nd among all corners in terms of annual value. I forgot who got paid number 1. Is it Surtain? Was that recent that he got paid? Pro Football Focus graded Horn as the league's 82nd best cornerback. Okay, you got to take PFF with a grain of salt. You know, like you really got to take what they have to say with a grain of salt. You can't really take their word as, you know, the actual word, bro. Like you can't. But 82nd, like, I mean, considering the Panthers were already overpaying everybody, like they're overpaying Robert Hunt and Trayvon Moehrig, I guess the least they could do is actually pay J.C. Horn, who is not a bad player at all. He's good for sure. But best, you know, highest paid cornerback money's kind of absurd. I understand considering they're just overpaying everybody at this point. So you might as well overpay an actually like good player. Number 5 is Tremaine Edmonds. 4 years, 72 mil, $50 million guaranteed. Now, I don't know how like insane Tremaine Edmonds is in real life. I just know he's a stud in Madden. That's all I know. That is a pretty crazy contract, but he's a 27-year-old. They're paying him like he's an all-pro off-ball linebacker. Is he really that bad, bro? Bears fans, let me know. Is Tremaine Edmonds really that bad? I never really got the intention that he was actually that bad. I don't know if this, you know, if this article is just overreacting or what. I don't think Tremaine Edmonds is like that awful, but maybe he is. Maybe I just don't watch enough Bears games. But they're acting like this man's the worst linebacker in the league. Oh, they got Tua on this list. Oh, they got Tua. Okay, now we're getting into the meat and potatoes of this thing. Tua Tagovailoa, 4 years, 212 mil, 167 mil guaranteed. Wow. You know what? They are trying to cope with how the Dolphins, with their decision on extending Tua last year, 2 years ago, whatever it was. He just led the league in passing yards. First career Pro Bowl, he was balling, he was hooping, and he did stay healthy that year. But the following years, when it got bad, right? Multiple concussions. I believe he had other injuries as well. And I never really thought Tua was that good to begin with, like to even warrant this contract when healthy. Like, he's good. I don't think he's like top 10. I don't think he'll ever be top 10. But I do think Tua is like a decent quarterback. Probably would never be a Super Bowl winning quarterback. So I would never pay him that amount of money. And they're saying that mostly this contract's bad because not his play, but because he hasn't proved that he can stay healthy. Or I guess, yeah, in his play. He hasn't been able to deliver when it matters most. And that's true. I don't think he's ever won a playoff game. I don't think he's won a playoff game since he's been in the league. And he has been one of the league's most accurate passers. He has Tyreek, he's got Jalen Waddle, he's got this insane offense with Mike McDaniel. But still, bro, I just don't like, bro, he's the 6th highest paid player in NFL history when he signed that deal. Like, that's just insane. Tua should not be the 6th highest paid player in NFL history, let alone just in the current NFL. Okay, number 3 is Dan Moore Jr. I am unfamiliar with this man's game. Dan Moore Jr. 4 years, 82 mil, 50 mil guaranteed. Well, the Tennessee Titans are on this list again, and the Bleacher Report says they overpaid a Atlanta player who might not even be considered good. Oh my God, the actual disrespect to Dan Moore. The actual disrespect. He gave up 12 sacks last year. 5 penalties, 12 sacks. Oh my God, that's bad. That is very bad. He's not being paid like a legitimate star lineman, but he's still being overpaid at 20 mil annually. That's insane. I mean, this is his first year in Tennessee, I guess, right? Aggressively adjusted. So I see they signed him this offseason. So he hasn't even played in Tennessee yet. So, I mean, this is kind of disrespectful, I'm not going to lie. Like, you don't know how this man's going to pan out in Tennessee. You just got to wait and see. So to put him on this list, especially this high, is actually kind of disgusting, I'm not going to lie. Feel kind of bad. Number 2 is Dak Prescott. Okay, we go from Tua to Dak Prescott. And I already know number 1 is, but number 2 is Dak Prescott. Number 1 is definitely another quarterback. But let's talk about Dak first. 4 years, 240 mil, 231 of that's guaranteed. That's actually absurd, bro. Find me Dak Prescott's agent now. I need Dak Prescott's agent so badly, bro. I need Dak Prescott's agent like I need oxygen. When he signed this deal, he was the highest paid player in NFL history. I feel like that's, bro, when a superstar signs an extension, that's every single time they're going to be the highest paid player. That's just how it is. He makes at least 5 mil more than any other player, including quarterbacks like Jordan Love, Joe Burrow, and Josh Allen. That's okay. I don't know why Jordan Love's there, but all right. I'm not really a Dak Prescott hater like many people are. I think Dak Prescott's a pretty good player. I don't hate him at all. I don't think he's overrated at all. I think he's rated just fine. I think he is a top 10 quarterback. Like, he is, bro. Like, hate the Cowboys or not, he's a top 10 quarterback. Now, he got hurt last year, so like there's really not much that the Cowboys could have done. They had a bad year, like stinker year, it happens. And now they're putting team success as a reason why this contract's bad, because they haven't made it past the divisional round since 1995. But that has nothing to do with Dak Prescott's contract. That has nothing to do with his contract. And he low-key should have won MVP, not this past year, but the year before that. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I had him. I'm not gonna say this is the reason why he should have won MVP, but I had him in fantasy, bro. He was an absolute god. He was so good. And I truly think he should have won MVP that year, him or Christian McCaffrey. That's besides the point, man. He's now 31 and has just 2 career playoff wins and has missed a lot of time in 3 of his past 5 seasons. And they're saying he's also an above average quarterback, but not elite. And there's no scenario at which he's worth 5 mil more than any other player. I get that reasoning. I 100% get that. The contract is pretty absurd. I'm not going to lie. Like, I totally get that part. But I think Dak Prescott's still a pretty decent player. And I do think Dak Prescott can win a Super Bowl. I do believe that. And the final player, you guys want to take a guess who it is? You guys want to take a guess who it is? It's this man right here. It's this man. 5 years, 230 mil, with all of it being guaranteed. All 230 mil of it is guaranteed. That is disgusting. I don't know why the Cleveland Browns did that. Like, what were the Cleveland Browns cooking to put Deshaun Watson with everything surrounding that man in his name? They traded the Hall for him. They traded the farm for that man. And then they proceeded to give him a 5-year, $230 million fully guaranteed contract. Like, that is disgusting. And even the GM, they're probably going to talk about it in the article. Yeah, right here. We took a big swing and miss with Deshaun. Even the owner literally said that when he's still on the team. Deshaun Watson is still on the team, and this dude came out and said that. Bro, owners, GMs, they don't just say that. They don't take the L publicly like this. Like, this is rare for a GM, for an owner to say this, that we took a massive L with this dude. He said that. And not only did he say it, he said it when Deshaun Watson's still on the team. Like, he's still got to walk in the same building, walk in the same doors every day as each other. And he's just saying that about him. He's saying that about his employee. That's actually hilarious. I mean, there's really not much to say about this, man. Like, Deshaun Watson getting this contract is one of the worst contracts, not just in the NFL currently, but in NFL history. Like, it's actually one of the worst, if not the worst contract to ever be given out, to ever be signed. It's actually the worst contract. Not for Deshaun Watson. You know, he's chilling. He's living life. But it's definitely the worst contract for an NFL franchise. 100%. That's gonna do it for this video, boys. If you boys want to see more videos like this where we're just talking ball and chopping it up, NFL talk, let me know. I love doing these more than just rebuilds, you know, every day. So let me know if you boys want to see me mix this in. But that's gonna do it for this video. If you boys want to see another NFL video, then click right here. You don't want to miss it.